What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is Vans Gaming coming back at you live with The Walking Dead, the Road to Survival gaming app. And this video, as you can see, it's going to be about the new Epic Kenny first ever confusion. I don't know when Scopely is going to stop putting BS in the Adrenaline Rush and even in the leader skill. I just think this is kind of the most probably shittiest Adrenaline Rush so far the newest rush that they have added in, and we're gonna get to that in a minute. But overall, I do love Kenny though. He is one of my favorite in the Telltale series. That's primarily the reason why I would want him in my roster is just because I'm a pretty big fan of him in the game, in the Telltale game. But let's go ahead and check him out so I can do a little bit more ranting to you guys, because I know you love my rants, even though I rarely do any of them, but, on some occasion. So, let's go ahead and start with his basic stats. 758 attack, 871 defense, and 1293 HP. So, pretty basic, and there's nothing, wonderful really about this Kenny. In that aspect. I mean, he does have really high defense and, HP, obviously, but for an alert tune, pretty decent stats, I think. Persona Hunter, his Adrenaline Rush, Confusing Fire, so, obviously, the confused new rush, that's why they put it in there. You guys know what I mean. Recharge rate, 56 AP fast, so he's not a 45 AP tune. I guess that's, I think Scopely doesn't put, 45 AP tune for something that would be overpowered, but honestly, guys, even if this tune was 45 AP, I don't even think he'd be overpowered whatsoever. So he deals 500% damage and confused for 2 turns to 1 enemy, and 1 teammate gains 40% AP, so I believe that's a lot of AP, obviously. So I think, teammate of yours can actually get a rush up, like even if you have like a 76 AP or, probably most likely maybe more of a 56 AP range tune. They'll be able to get their AP up, obviously, when you Adrenaline Rush this Kenny here. But going back up to the deals 500% damage and confused for 2 turns to 1 enemy. I think even the little emoji they put there is just really stupid to me. It's just overall, guys, I don't know, this confused pisses me off. I don't like it at all. Pretty much essentially what it does, for example, you have your offense team, correct, and then you have Kenny, you max him, whatever. You're going against, you're going against all 5 Andrea team. They're all Andrea, so let's say Kenny gets one of the Andreas. That Andrea is going to go ahead and attack the rest of the Andreas around her. So she's going to, be confused, and she's going to attack her own teammates. And I think that's, pretty cool, I guess, in the aspect of when you're raiding and, you see your opponent kind of attacking itself. I think that's kind of funny and idiotic at best. But it's just to 1 enemy, so, I mean, I think, obviously, it would definitely be way overpowered if it was to, like, all adjacent, so all the Andreas are, like, pretty much catfighting in there. Which would be fun to watch. But anyway, so it's for 2 turns, so that Andrea is going to be, hitting, I don't know who she's going to hit. I don't know if it's going to be just random of who she hits, or if it's going to be the most powerful player in that roster. I'm not in that roster, in that, in that team. But she's essentially just going to go ahead and hit the rest of her Andrea sisters for 2 turns. So that's what's going to happen. And also, it makes it so they don't rush as well. So she's not going to be able to rush at all. So it's like it negates pretty much her rush and stuff. So kind of like, in an impaired sort of way, she won't rush for 2 turns. So 2 turns she won't have that either. So that's what Confused does. When you really, read it in like the messages that Scopely put out, and you just see how it works, it's not really that great, to be honest. I think it would have been, maybe better if they probably made Andrea rush using her Eagle Eye onto, like, say another Andrea. So then, so pretty much they're killing themselves, and I think, that would have been pretty cool, but, I guess that would be overpowered as well. So that's what Confuse is, and over here, with his leader skill, all teammates get 45% attack against melee characters, a really great leader skill, but personally, guys, I say this in most of, my videos, I only like tunes with the leader skill of very large when attacking, or very large even. I don't even like it that much when it's taking damage, but I'll take that as well. So I wouldn't use him as a leader at all. Obviously, if he's your only best leader, of course use him. But I, prefer kind of more universal type of leaders. Anyway, but his Adrenaline Rush, I guess, guys, he would be a fun tune to have. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of this Confused. I mean, maybe once I see it a little bit more in action, when I see videos of him going off and stuff like that, maybe. But I'm kind of going through it through my head, and I think he's just not the best tune to have. Like, you guys could save your coins for something way better. But I know a lot of people are just gonna pull for him because he's Kenny. I mean, Kenny is a badass in the Telltale game, and honestly, I would pull for Kenny. Because I like Kenny, but obviously, I don't want to, waste my coins on this guy, to be honest with you. But we are going to do one pull, because one pull is just 250 coins, and I don't think, it'll hurt us in any way. I mean, hurt me in any way. So let's see if I can get lucky. A lot of people get lucky with one pull, so let's see who we can one pull him on. We'll do P. P has always had my back in a lot of road maps, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And we get a Maggie Made to Suffer. Bad haircut, Maggie. So, not the greatest Maggie in the world. Could I have at least got the long hair Maggie 4-star one? But no, they gave me the shitty Maggie. I still love you, Maggie, but we got no Kenny. But for those who are going to pull for him, good luck. This is just my opinion, guys. I don't think he's worth pulling. But if you are pulling for him, definitely, I wish you good luck. And comment down below your opinions on this Kenny as well, because I'm curious to know what your guys' opinions are towards him. So, yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, definitely give it a like and a subscription. It mean the world to me, guys. Also, comment down below if you have any questions about anything else about this video, anything about my content, anything random, or you just want to say hi. I will always comment back. So, thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.